the story and what's going on, just whatever you're comfortable with. I might say a few questions here and there just to kind of get deeper or clarify.
Really, my wife told me today that I needed to go get help.
Did you want to take a minute? We can take the mic off. Here, let me get the mic, and then if you want to get water, whatever you. Oh, I'm
Best.
by the way.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's that thing on? Arthur Douglas.
Arthur Douglas.
Yep.
How old is he?
2.
2.
Can you say hi? He's a little bit shy. But you can start your interview however, whatever you want.
You're good.
Okay. So I guess sort of start from when we walked in, kind of tell us the gist of what's going on, I guess, with your son, and then you got this little guy.
Okay, well, my son got involved with heroin, opiates, whatever you want to call it, and it's ruined his life in more ways than one. And one, he lost his kid, which I wish he wouldn't have done. But no, honey. I guess what I see is he can't even function properly from all the drugs that he's done, and it's too bad. They made a beautiful kid. Thank God for that. But what bothers me a lot is that they can't do anything with the kid. When we first got him, it was because they were doing drugs in the hospital where he was born. That's what child welfare stopped in. And then we were going to get lots of help from child welfare. They told us that they were going to help us take care of our grandson until he was 18, maybe even 21. Well, little by little, we ended up being foster parents, and then from foster parents they did the adoption. Once we did the adoption, there was no longer any more help.
Did they give you an explanation why they stopped?
It's just how it is. I don't know. We got attached to our grandson, so naturally I'm sure they figured that's what was going to happen, we were going to get attached. And we did. So little by little we've done real well. We've had a little bit of help from one of the secretaries where I work, with actually a lot of help. Our mother-in-law, my mother-in-law has been nothing but awesome helping us. My daughter's helped us. So we've had a lot of help with our grandsons. It's just really hard because of our age to take on this responsibility of doing it again, raising another kid. I know that they're trying to beat the opioid addictions and all this and that. I don't think they're doing a very good job. My son's been through 3 different sessions at Van Dyke. He's been in Hornell a couple different times. He just got done doing Colt Forge down in Pennsylvania. It's not helping. I don't know where to go there's 100 other people in the city of Elmira, if not a lot more than 100, that are going through the exact same thing that I am. That's how bad this is. So I think that it's just my opinion, but when they do the suing of the opioid makers, they should think about the people that are really getting hurt by this. Not just the government, the little people like me and my wife. It's really hard on us to do this. And, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. But in the same sense, it would be nice to get some help. And I don't even know how to find a lawyer to help me with this procedure. I mean, maybe if a bunch of the people that are in the same situation as I am could all get together somehow, maybe we could get some help somewhere. I don't know. I'm lost. I go to work every day upset about this. And I'm sure my wife does too. My wife don't talk about it much. I'm sure it bothers her. I know it bothers me. I guess if we could just get together, the people that are having the same difficulties that I'm having, we could get together, maybe we could figure something out. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Luckily, my grandson has not been affected or has not shown any effects of this. So that's not to say that further down the road that we're not going to see side effects of the dope in my grandson. I hope we don't. I really hope we don't. But I know there's other people that are experiencing problems like that, and it's too bad.
I know that you said that he's only 2 years old right now, so it's still probably really early still, but has he shown signs of wondering like who mom and dad is, or does he refer to you?
He already knows who mom and dad is because we don't hold that from him. We tell you, this is your dad, this is your mom. I will not allow them to take my son or my grandson and do anything with him. They can come and visit him as long as I feel that they're not under the effects of any drugs. But we want him to know who his mom and dad is. You know, it's just the way it is. I don't want him calling me daddy. I don't want him calling grandma mama. I want him to call grandma grandma. Other people feel differently about that situation, but that's just how I was raised.
Where are they right now as we talk?
As we talk, I think they're on 3rd Street. I think. I'll tell you right now, we allowed them to stay with us when he first come back from Pittsburgh, which was the beginning of the month. He stayed for a couple nights. And they didn't care for how I run my household, so they didn't want to stay. But then on a Saturday morning, my grandson comes walking down the steps and he's got a cap in his hand. I kind of knew what it was, but I took the cap from my grandson and I went to the local drugstore and I said, hey, can you show me a pack of those needles that you pass out to these people that are doing drugs? Lo and behold, it was the exact same cap off the end of one of them needles. Just 2 days in my household. So, I mean, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. I mean,
that, I didn't get mad. I got hurt. You know, like I am now. I've tried everything I can think of to get my son headed the right direction. I don't know what to do next. I really don't. I really want to get it out there that we need to, the people of our age that are taking care of these kids because of the same situation, we need to get together and figure out how to, you know, have the government help us. They help everybody else. Why don't you want to help us? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I know I'm tired. And it hurts to say them things about your son. I don't care who you are or what they've done to you. That hurts. And I appreciate you guys coming out and listening to what I got to say.
Has like I know that you guys said that you adopted him. Has like the agency that you did all of that legally process and stuff, have they even tried to help you too, or no one has helped you?
They helped us with the adoption big time. The adoption only cost us $500 out of pocket. And you and me and everybody else in this world knows if you do a straight up adoption, it's a whole lot more than $500. So yes, the state did help us with that. The state did help us with getting him all up to date with his shots as he was growing up through the last 2 years. So I can't say the state didn't do nothing for us, because they did. You know, I don't know. They're talking about billions of dollars are suing these opiate makers. I wanted to redo my floors or my walls or my house as my kids were gone. I can't do it now. I have a hard time getting the yard mowed. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard. And I wouldn't give it up for the world, because I'm so attached to the boy. But it's really hard. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's so hard.
Can I ask a question, Ty? Do you
Yeah,
mind?
go for it.
You're talking about how hard you can barely mow the grass. Can you talk about what it's doing for your mental health and how you are able to cope with having to raise another child? What it's like for you?
It's totally different with my grandson than it was with our own kids. I don't know why. If we go out to dinner, and we've only done it twice since we've had him, I feel guilty because I don't have him with me. I don't know. If I go to the store, I buy him a toy. It don't matter. I went to Sam's Club today. I bought him a toy. How do I explain it? It's so different. I didn't change my kids' diapers. If I did, it was very little. I change his diapers every day. I do everything with him. He does everything with me. But mentally, it's been really hard. I don't know how to say it, but mentally up here I've been just lost. I mean, changing jobs and just trying to to make myself better, trying to make more money so I know that my grandson's taken care of and stuff like that. It's crazy. I thought, well, if I get a state job, I'll be great. I got a state job, and guess what? It pays a whole lot less than what I pay. So I quit that. I don't know. I had to go to the doctors and get medicine to calm myself down so I could keep working because I was so wound, tighter than a Swiss watch. It ain't changed. So yeah, the mental part of it is really rough.
And when you knew eventually you were going to adopt him, did you expect from going from thinking you were going to be just a grandparent to being now a parent? Like what was?
I never had a chance for that thought.
Mm-hmm.
I went in the welfare building to find out what really happened because my son and his girlfriend were telling me, oh, they just got busted with marijuana. And I knew better. And I went in a little room and I sat down with them and the caseworkers and whatever. There was 3 or 4 other people besides them and me. And they basically told me what was going to happen. I didn't have no choice. It's either you do this or... when I knew I was going to end up adopting him from day one before we ever brought him home from the hospital. It was that, they told me that. The government, they don't pull no strings when it comes to telling you. They told me what was going to happen. Cut and dry. That was from day one. We had to wait for him to get up to 4 pounds to bring him home from the hospital. So.
Was he preemie?
Yeah.
How long? Or early, I should say.
What was he, 2 months early?
Maybe a month.
Just a month, I don't know, somewhere in that area, I don't know. I think the mental part of it is the hardest part. Because like I said, when you should be able to buy them a toy and say, here, go home with your parents, and you can't do that. It don't happen. This is your home. I don't know.
So if you can tell one thing right now to everyone that's going to be watching this, like just one sentence, what would it be right now?
I don't know. I hope that the rest of the people that are doing this exact same thing aren't as lost as I am.
Andre, if you want to pause right now, so
Dude, he stuck to me like glue.
best friend.
He's Papa's buddy. He really is. I'm sorry. You okay? And the days that we both work and watches the boy for us, which is great. She spoils him bad as we do, I guess.
He's adorable. It's hard not to.
It's okay. it's okay, buddy. Go get Grandma.
Thank you.
I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm not smart enough to find a lawyer. I don't know if I even should. I don't know what to do. But I know I shouldn't just sit still. That I do know. If my mother ever taught me anything, it's get up and do it. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for you if you don't. So, here I am.
Well, looking at him right now, looks like you guys are doing a pretty good job with whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's something. Tears the house up. Luckily, I didn't get to doing a lot of the woodwork and stuff like I wanted to because he's beating the rest of it up. But it is what it is. I appreciate you guys doing this for me.